Hey Periscope, what's up guys? And hey Facebook, what's up guys? Today we're going to talk about... Wow, thanks so much for joining so quickly, Cola. Joining. What am I even saying? Thanks for joining, Cola. Really appreciate it. Today we're going to talk about how to cut through the fear of following up with readers. Bill, thanks so much for joining. And earn more profits through your blog. Now, you'll understand if you followed bloggers. Hey, tons of hearts. I love it. You probably like the cat shirt, right? Cats in space. Who dislikes this shirt? Such a shame, though, I don't have an absolute monopoly on it. I saw someone at a Cracker Barrel recently, out of all places, who had the same frickin' Cats in Space t-shirt, which is insane. Thank you so much, Bill. I know. Who doesn't like this? I swear. It's fun. It's fun. My wife kind of goaded me into it, but she didn't need to goad me that much. So I bought it, and it's good for branding, and I sell more books because of it and all that good stuff. Thanks to Eyeballs on Facebook, and thank you for Periscopers. Really appreciate it, guys. So here's the deal, guys. Oh, Animesh, thanks so much for joining. And Garrett, thanks so much for joining. And before we dive... thank you much. Sure thing, Garrett. It's getting a lot of pop, I have to admit. Capitan, thanks so much. And before, guys, we dive in, stop by my blog, and make sure you grab an ebook or two today at bloggingfromparadise.com. If you click the link up top for books, or no, ebooks, yeah, that's it. Or if you click the audiobooks link, you could just listen to an audiobook or grab an ebook. And this way you'll get this energy. You'll have it 24/7 in either ebook form to help you with your blogging issues or for a good travel read, or you'll have it in audiobook form so you could listen to. It's not me, I work with producers. Wow, thanks for the 16,000 hearts, everybody, over on Periscope. But it's just a good way to dive into the Blogging from Paradise brand, to enjoy and to catch up, because a lot of folks say I have a lot of catching up to do because I wrote and self-published 126 ebooks. 2 sells and 124 on Amazon. Thanks for the shirt game being strong. Love. Man, everybody loves the cat shirt. In space. Because it's in space. How freaking tight is that? Anyway, guys, let's get into the video. And actually, that ebook and audiobook Ask, that follow-up that I've been putting out there, is the perfect example of how to cut through the fear of following up. And I wanted to show you right off the bat that that's how you do it. Just by doing it, of course, and by following up individuals, because I've learned over the past, especially 4 to 5 months, really like the past 3 months, more than anything, you will make a lot more money through your blog when you follow up with your email list, when you follow up one-to-one, or when you just follow up through videos and you remind people what you have to offer. Because here's the thing, guys, and this is a thing to drill into your mind, to just let seep through your meat suit again and again and again. And that is this: when you're following up with readers to buy your ebooks, to buy your audiobooks, to buy your courses, to hire you as a blogging coach. And I offer consulting services as well. So if I seem like I'd be a fun coach, you want help with your blog, click on coaching on bloggingfromparadise.com. Now here's the deal, guys. When you're reminding people, or no, oops, I gave it away. Sorry. Thanks so much for joining. Caesar, really appreciate it. Periscope, and 3 eyeballs on Facebook. But when you are following up, and you have this fear of following up, you're not annoying people, you're reminding people. Just let that one seep into your mind right now. Let it seep into your brain, seep into your mind. It's sleep in your mind, so it's there all the time. But let that idea just infuse your being. Now, so many folks have such a big fear around selling because of money limiting beliefs, because of lack of confidence and clarity, low self-esteem, low self-worth. They don't bring enough value to the table. I don't want to annoy them. I don't want to turn them off. All that I'm going to annoy people by following up, you have to own, because that's your own limiting belief. That has nothing to do with other people. And sure, if you send something out to someone, it might be like, oh, it's too salesy. But that has everything to do with their fear of losing money and their limiting belief and their energetic shit around money, and nothing to do with you at all. It's a totally personal experience for them. So if anybody even gets annoyed, and of course they've gotten annoyed with me in the past, it's going to happen on any level in life, it has nothing to do with you. Please follow up. You're not annoying people. You're reminding people. Bill, that's awesome. You want to start a tech business blog? I think it's a great way just to have fun, to help people, to connect with people, and of course to prosper over the long term. So if you feel passionate about it, go for it, man. Again, bloggingfromparadise.com is my blog. I'm not sure if you followed it or not or aware of it. I'll probably say it 16,000 times. But it's a good study, you know, free products, premium products, courses. Just kind of take a look around. That's the type of energy that, independent of your niche, you're talking business, tech, it really helps to have that, like, to do it like, man, it seems like it'd be fun, because that's the driving energy. So I say go for it. I'm terribly biased. But definitely, if you have a passion for it, thumbs up on that. But guys, if you want to really cut through this fear of following up, and I had it for so many years, like years, I was so terrified. I didn't want to annoy people. And then one day, when I cleared out a lot of fears around money, and this is where it usually starts, and maybe watching a video like this, you'll be like, oh shit, I really do think I'm annoying people on the follow-up. I don't want to follow up too much. You're not annoying people, you're reminding people. And goodness gracious, wouldn't you know, when I started following up more persistently with my list, or even when I had the links at the bottom of my post, or when I just followed up with individuals through videos, hey guys, buy an ebook, and somebody says, hey, suggest an ebook, boom, I suggest it to them, they buy it, and just made another ebook sale, woohoo, just check my Hotmail, and I saw, ooh, sold another ebook, awesome, 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 just a couple minutes ago, do a little happy dance. I don't even know what the frick that is, but everything looks cool with a cat when you're wearing a Space Cat t-shirt. Guys, wouldn't you know, when I started following up more with individuals, they'd send me emails, they'd send me Facebook messages, they'd send me whatever, Twitter direct messages, and they'd say, thanks, Ryan. God, I forgot you had that. Thanks so much for reminding me. Honest, they actually say that. Folks actually say that. Thanks so much. I just bought 4 of your ebooks. I remember a guy, one of the first times I did it more persistently, like a number of months back, and I was just following up. I said, Ryan, thanks so much for following up with me. I really appreciate it. You reminded me. You know, I saw your ebook the other day. It went live, but then you reminded me with this. And he bought it, or he bought 4. He bought 4 ebooks and an audiobook after buying that first one that I reminded him about. You're not annoying people. You're reminding people. Now, if you have this fear of annoyance, Zahid, thanks so much for joining, bro. Look at all those hearts. I think I'm going to wear this shirt every day. Walks around on its own, because people love this stuff. Who wouldn't love cats in space? Seriously, just take a second. You know, sometimes there's this tension around selling, and feel better? You're not annoying people, you're reminding people. Now, to be clear, there would probably be a limit within the reminding window that, not that you're going to annoy people, but that it's kind of showing that you're doing things from a more fear-based space. And that would probably be, okay, if you're going to be following up with someone, you release an ebook at, say, 8 a.m., you probably don't want to send them an email at 8:30. You know, based on the average human lifespan and kind of how we do things, the way I look at it, guys, give people a day to 2 days to digest your first offer for a course. Like, I have a course, How to Get Featured on World Famous Blogs. And at the time, I didn't do it because I was a little more of a dingbat. But I would send it out now on a Tuesday, do a big release, and then maybe on Thursday say, hey guys, just a quick reminder to buy my course if you haven't already. And that would be my email. I already sent out the more in-depth, not treatise, but really the breakdown of how it benefits you, all the goods, all the energy behind it, how you're going to rock it out if you get it, and you'll be able to be featured on these top blogs and the practical strategies. I did a video, audio, and then a couple days later, I'd be like, hey guys, just if you haven't bought just a little quick reminder here. I'd probably say it in the title of the email, or just if I'm doing an individuals one-to-one, or if I'm talking about it in my videos. Hey, quick reminder here, if you haven't picked up already, you can buy my course, How to Get Featured on World Famous Blogs on Teachable, and that would be it. 1, 2, 3, 2 days later. Maybe follow up next day, that's okay. And then you could follow up a little down the road if you want, a couple days after if you'd like. But the point is, it doesn't have to be endless following up per se. It's just put it out there a few times. But don't fear following up. Don't think one email is it. Don't think one mention in a video is it. Because you'll see your lack of clarity, or lack thereof, around selling something and how bad you feel about it, or how unclear, or how nervous, or how uncomfortable, or how you just don't see the value in it, or just more than anything, your lack of clarity and confidence in it. You'll see that manifest as your terror to follow up, or as your fear, or as, and this is where it comes out as, I don't want to annoy people, I don't want to turn people off, I don't want people unsubscribed from my list. Now, those are all fears of loss. And that's thinking like a loser. And I like bringing this up because a lot of people, there's this connotation of loser. You think someone's like an a-hole or a douchebag or something. It's nothing like that. When I say thinking like a loser, I mean you're energetically being someone who is focused and seems mired, but it's your energy and you got to own it, in this fear of loss. So you're doing things with your blog from a place of loss. You're not seeing, oh, a couple people just signed up for my list. You're thinking, shoot, it was just 2 people today. Or if 9 people unsubscribe from your list after you send a follow-up email, you're going to say, I'll never do that again. Don't annoy my readers. Look at the results. And that exact moment of seeing your fear and terror, that's what separates the JV bloggers or the amateur bloggers, or the ones that always struggle or always seem to be like in newbie mode, from the big dogs. Because the big dogs say, screw it. I'm going forward, man. I don't care. I know what I'm bringing to the world is valuable. I don't have a fear of following up. And I know that I'm not annoying people. Even if it appears, I'm reminding people. Guys, this is a very uncomfortable thing. I'm not going to say it's comfortable. Because if you, in the beginning, have this deep fear of following up with people, because it's been just drilled into your mind from other folks who didn't have the clarity and confidence that, hey, don't want to do that, you don't want to annoy, you're going to burn through your list. That's more fear-based stuff. And then people will show you evidence, and they'll say, here's the thing, and this is the right email, this is the right tempo, and all this other just bullshit stats. And they're bullshit. Most stats are bullshit, and it's what people don't realize, because most stats are based on other people's results, based on their energy, and most people do things from a place of loss and fear. Don't you understand this? Why don't you think? Walk outside your house right now. Here's what you do. You walk outside your house, and you go knock on a few neighbors' doors. And I don't know if they'll be home at this hour, depending where you are in the world. No, actually, don't do this. Don't do this. Metaphorically. But think if you were to do that right now. You'd walk to neighbors' homes, a few neighbors, like 10 neighbors. And you walk and you say, hey, how's it going? Have you guys been to Fiji for 4 months recently? And how was your trip? Unless you're living in Fiji right now. Most people would look at you. Renard! Hey, man. So good to see you, bro. I didn't even know you were on Facebook. Renard Moreau, how cool is that? I really appreciate you stopping by. I didn't have no idea you're on Facebook, man. So good to see you. I appreciate the love. Through blogging tips and through my blog, everywhere for eons. We're not that old, but you know what I mean. But one of those deals, guys, is if you ask people, how was your trip to Fiji for 4 months, and unless you live in Fiji, or maybe Oz, if you're in Australia right now, then maybe that's something people do. Most people will look at you like you had 6 heads. Because nobody goes to Fiji for 4 months. And it's because most people aren't living this type of life. And obviously, I have been to Fiji for 4 months. I lived there for 4 months doing a house sit of all things, which is phenomenal, in 2014 when I hatched Blogging from Paradise, where you could buy a lot of ebooks and audiobooks that are really fun and are really beneficial, inspired, and high energy and practical tips laden, help people successful, help you live your dreams. Grab them. And this is, again, the following up, because I mentioned this twice now in the video, and this is how it happens. I'm reminding you, I'm not annoying you. And if I am annoying you, I know it's all your stuff, and that's okay. I love you too. Oh, Bill, thanks so much. So here's the deal, guys. If you were to do something that asks these people, that living their wildest dreams and how you've been, you're not going to find individuals who are living in Fiji for 4 months, because most people are working a job, and some people feel really passionate about it, but a lot of people don't really feel passionate about their jobs because they're doing it from a place of fear and loss. I'm working the job so I can put some food on the table, put a roof over the head, take care of the family, and that's fine. But it's more just survival mode, and we don't do that here. Survival mode is fear-based. It's just, let's just get by. I don't want to go my fears. And most bloggers are this way too, and that's the thing it's really difficult for people to understand, because the advice that goes out there with stats and statistics and this and that, the other thing. Hey, Feb Ryan. Hey, thanks so much. Feb Ryan. Ryan, I'm guessing you're a Ryan. If not, Feb Ryan, thanks so much for retweeting. Really appreciate it. And I'd say bro, but Ryan's also a female's name. I know this, so thanks so much for the love. Really appreciate that. But guys, if you understand that when people talk about the follow-ups and they bring in the stats and all this other stuff, all this energy behind it is 99.9% of the time it's fear, then you're going to get a much better idea. We're slowing down a little bit on Facebook. We're going to hopefully keep it going. That you're not going to want to follow this advice. And it's not to say that if you really resonate with it and you're having fun with it, it really helps you feel good, then that's okay. Feel free to do it. But other than that, most of that follow-up stuff is fear-based because everything is this idea. Oh, that's cool. You're calling yourself Ryan. Hey, that's awesome. Love it, man. Me too. Well, I didn't call myself Ryan. My parents called me Ryan, and that means little king. Again, they called me that. I don't believe in it. You know, I'd rather prefer to be called King of the North. And darn it, I'm looking forward to Sunday night because Game of Thrones is coming out, and you know I'm obsessed with it. So guys, here's the deal. You want to cut through the fear of following up with your readers and earn more profits through your blog because you'll earn more profits because you'll remind people instead of annoying people, and they'll buy it. But you have to change. You have to feel the fear, and you're going to look at those stats, and people are going to say you don't want to burn through your list. When I first hit that follow-up publish button, doing it persistently the first few times, even when I saw the results, I was still thinking, oh my God. Or when I'd follow up with individuals, I don't want to push it, don't want to be too attached to them, don't want to scare them away, don't want to annoy them. And I had to feel the BS, fear-based, lack of limitation-based monkey mind. When I say monkey mind, it's like a monkey jumping from branch to branch, or if a bird in your neighborhood, you're seeing it flitting from branch to branch, so the mind's is all over the place, and it's active, and it's limited, and all that good stuff. That's when I do things heart-centered, more from the soul, and less from the mind. But it will tell you, you're going to burn through your list, people are going to unsubscribe, higher volume, unsubscribe is going to go up, you're going to lose, 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 you're going to lose it. And that feeling and that terror and that fear is going to run through your mind, and you're going to poke yourself in your eye on a live video, which is uncomfortable, but you still got to keep going because that's just the way that it is, because you've done your meditation this morning, you've taken your ice shower, you've done punching, you've been lifting weights, you've been doing all this stuff. But you're going to feel that fear, and then you're going to do it anyway. Come on, Facebook, catch up. You're going to feel the fear, and you're going to do it anyway. You're going to follow up because you're not annoying people. You are reminding people. And this goes through your email list. This goes for your Facebook, for your Twitter, for one-to-one interactions, for these videos, putting the books out there, and somebody asks me, or they'll follow up. The other day, there was actually recently, a few times, people following up with me. Hey, Ryan, what ebook should I buy? And boom, buy this ebook, and then another sale. And it's this idea of when somebody's interested, just stopping in a little bit later and asking them, oh, yeah, you're interested in buying a book, would you pick it up? It's just, you have to be so comfortable with dealing with the fear of losing money, and that's the only driver or the goader that you give into when you're like, I can't follow up. And just feel it and embrace it. It's uncomfortable, and then click the follow-up. Hit the send button. Hey, what's up? And it's not an obsession or an attachment with any one individual. It's just understanding that it's just money, and it's other people's energy. Exactly, Bill. I do build value from the feedback I get. I get a fair amount of feedback. I ask for it, but I'm very careful about filtering feedback because I've noticed something, and this is something I chat with Bill with, and it's good for this the follow-up. Here's the deal. The follow-up advice as well and the fear. But I'm very careful about receiving feedback, Bill. I'm open to it, but I'm very careful about filtering it and accepting it because I understand most bloggers do things from a place of fear, like most human beings. So I know most times it's coming through a fear filter. So obviously I'm open to it, and I'll listen, but act on it very selectively. Only because I've engineered a really cool life for myself and for my readers and for folks who help retire to a life of island hopping by listening to the heart, the intuition. And when you listen to this with your blog and with your life, you'll never go wrong because it's spirit, it's God, it's the universe, it knows. Whereas other human beings, sometimes God's acting through them, a lot of times it's through their mind. Yeah, well, hey, to each their own. And that's the thing. It's one of those things where fear is illusory. It's an illusion. The only reality is love. And everything in the world will tell you, no, but there's only love and harmony and peace, and everything else is illusory. It's a phenomenal book. Guys, and this will help you with your everything in life. This book is freaking unreal. I forgot to read a line today. Ugh. I'll read the line later. Course in Miracles. What a freaking unreal book. Facebook friends. Periscope. I'm not even going to talk about it. Just, that's for another video and another day. That's for another lifetime, another 50 lifetimes. A phenomenal book. I strongly suggest you buy that. acim.org. You could also buy it on Amazon. After you buy Orion Biddulph, Block in Paradise, the book. And you run with that. Whoa. Facebook just froze for a little bit. Facebook's a little buggy on the Chromebook, but I may have to buy another phone and just do 2 phone videos. So, guys and dolls, I was doing a half hour, but today it seems a little buggy. So maybe I'll cut it a little shorter, and I have writing to do, and I have to write my post for the day. So, or should I go through? I don't know. Should I go through? Should I not go through? I'm trying to figure out what I should do. Well, let's keep talking about it. How to cut through the fear of following up with readers and earn more profits through your blog. Well, no, I think I pretty much covered it. It's just the idea of you're not annoying people, you're reminding people, and you make that shift by just feeling the fear. And that's the biggest factor now. And it's very uncomfortable. It's very unpleasant to feel that fear. But in the same regard, when you actually feel it, then you could release it and you could hit the send button on your email newsletter when you have that follow-up tomorrow or 2 days from now. Or maybe when you are living your blog and your brand and your business according to the advice of some marketers who mean really well, but they do things mainly from a space of fear, lack, limitation. And you'll even find a lot of awesome folks, hyper-successful marketers, who are really good at what they do in so many ways, who are still offering that fear-based advice. You don't want to burn through your list. You don't want to turn off your subscribers. You don't want to annoy them. That's all fear-based. That's not love-based because it's what you don't want. It's what you don't want based on what you fear. And you can't do that, guys. You can't do that and live a magical life like I did. It's just not going to happen. People will still offer fear-based advice. I still will sometimes too, guaranteed. But it's not the predominant vibe behind my brand, behind my circling the globe for the past 6 years as an island-hopping pro blogger, behind me buying a Space Cat t-shirt where I know a lot of folks would be embarrassed to wear it. A lot of folks would love it, but a lot of folks would be embarrassed to wear this because it'd be uncomfortable. There's space cats on my t-shirt. It's going to bring attention to me. Cats in space. I invite that. I love that because it gives me a chance to not even dive in my fears because I bought it. I probably hesitated for a second. I'm like, I don't know, Space Cat t-shirt, 42-year-old man. Yeah, I'm going to buy it. But it also gives me a chance to connect with other human beings. And I think this video is a perfect example. Some people, right off the bat, maybe didn't like it. Or they think, oh, that's weird. Right off the bat, though, with this video, you saw that a lot of people were like, man, I love it. And I started getting crazy thumbs up. How many islands have you been to? Well, Bill, that's a good question. Let's do this now. Hey, this could be a half hour. And it's fun to kind of do this because we're on topic, but then you could learn about my life a little bit. Because I talk so much about this, and I'm doing more of the... I have the travel pages, and I talk about my 27 Netflix-worthy travel experiences. Here you go, Bill. Fiji, Savu Savu, which was the island is called Vanuatu, so that's number 1. Number 2, I've been to Penang in Malaysia. Number 3, I've been to Koh Lanta in Thailand. Number 4, I've been to Phuket in Thailand. Number 5, I have been to New York City. I'm going to be back there today. Upper West Side House Sit. Our neighbor there, when we do the house sit for someone, is Michael Strahan. Really, really cool. Very, very prospering, wealthy neighborhood, which is always neat. I have also been to, well, no, Sri Lanka's not an island, but it technically is. Let me see off the top of my head. I have been, where have I been in Nicaragua? Well, I was to an island. I forget the name of the island. I believe it was off the coast of, I was to the Pearl in Qatar. I don't want to go too far into this because I have 6 minutes. Oh, no, I could still go more. And then those are the islands, but then as far as the tropics, oh, Bali in Indonesia. Duh, I forget that. No islands in Costa Rica, but then you have the beaches. I mean, I've been to, so many beaches. Pondicherry in India, which is not so much well, it's tropical, but not as much beachy. But Kovalam Beach in India. I've been to Sihanoukville in Cambodia. I have been to Phnom Penh in Thailand. I have been to, well, Sydney, beach place, but through Sydney for a quick layover. And then I've also been to Manuel Antonio, or technically Cape Coast I was living at, but Manuel Antonio in Costa Rica, Playa Petrel in Costa Rica, Puerto Viejo in Costa Rica. I have been to Nicaragua, no beaches. This is just fun. Oh, that's right, the Pearl. Well, technically the Pearl is an island and a beach. It's on the Persian Gulf in Qatar. Bosphorus Strait, been on that body of water. In Turkey, in Istanbul. Paphos in Cyprus. Oh, and all the beaches in Bali, forget about it. So that's that. So thanks for asking me, Bill. So, talk about that a little bit. Blogging tips, but learn a little more about where I've been and where my life is. Bali, I remember you've been there. You got that right, Ryan. I've been to Pantai Pandawa, Jimbaran. I've been to all the places, of course, around Ubud. The rice fields around Ubud. Ubud Center itself. Payung. My Bahasa, Indonesia, not quite as good. No bagus. Been to a lot of beaches. More beaches in Bali. So many beaches. So, guys, that's it for today. Oh, you've only seen islands on TV? Go for it, Bill, man. Put that out there and say, I'm going to do it, and I know it's going to be uncomfortable. See those islands. Oh, Tidak Bagus. Yeah, Tidak Bagus, exactly. Tidak Bagus. Selamat Pagi is morning, so I'm trying to think. Over there, it's probably Selamat Datang. I'm trying to remember what night it is. It's been so long, Ryan, since I've been speaking a little bit. Periscope now. There you go. Very, very good. I'm trying to think, Ryan, if Selamat Datang, Selamat Pagi, morning, Selamat Datang, good afternoon. Selamat, what was night? Let me know, Ryan. I forget what night was over there. It's been a while since I've been in Bali. Selamat Malam. There you go. Selamat Malam. Selamat Malam. Trying to go lower, and that's what I have to remember too. In Thailand, it's up here for the holy men. Then it's lower in Thailand for I'm trying to remember Bali, maybe like lower for the people that are the lay folk. So, guys and dolls, thank you so much for the chat on the travel related stuff, because that's really, really fun and I'm enjoying it. And thank you so much, Facebook friends. I'm still here. I know Facebook goes in and out, but I was just chatting with some of my scopers because I haven't got the engagement over there like I have on Facebook until recently, and I really appreciate that. So this is it. You want to cut through the fear of following up with your readers. You want to earn more profits through your blog. You are not annoying people. You're reminding people. And how many folks, when I've sent the emails to them, the follow-ups, they say, thanks so much for reminding me. And it's such an awesome feeling because this just shows how clear and confident you are. And you have to look at it as the commercial effect. So many times, sometimes we buy into things right off the bat, but so many other times it takes 1, 2, 7, 10, 15 exposures for us to be like, yeah, I'm going to go get it. It's the commercial effect. It's what we see with commercials on TV, not as much these days, but online or through YouTube videos or commercials through any means, the radio, if you want to go old school, and we hear something, and we kind of resonate with it, or we don't at first, but then it grows on us. And that's the commercial effect. And you want to treat your products and services like that, and your blog posts where you put it out there and you're exposing people to it through all these different channels. And I'm doing it through Periscope, doing it through Facebook Live videos. I'll upload this on YouTube right away, through Steam It. I need so many different... that's a good idea, Bill. Maybe I'll try that. And I know I've seen a lot more travel bloggers doing the island drone thing, which is was. But either way, it's cool. It's like, oh, cool, another $14, just like that. 1, 2, 3, boom, right into the bank account. And it's just through that basic... that persistence and that cutting through the annoyance thing. I'm going to annoy people. I'm reminding. I'm not annoying people. I'm reminding people. I'm not annoying people. I'm reminding people. I'm not annoying people. I'm reminding people. And then, again, when you think about the commercial effect, like you look around you, how many times, sometimes you buy things right off the bat, but in a lot of other cases, it's that repeated exposure that helps you gain the clarity and say, boom, I'm going to go buy it. And you're like the commercial creator. You're putting the content out there. You're doing it regularly, persistently. You're reminding, and then folks will buy. And I've made a lot more money through my blog doing this than just doing the one-shot deal and say, here's the ebook, and then that's it, because people will find it. But when they're repeatedly exposed to it through a variety of networks, through maybe my list, but then through Twitter, through Facebook, through my videos, reminding, then people buy stuff, and you make more money, which is cool because it's not about the money. You're doing it mainly for the fun. But if you're living a worldly life, it'll be useful to have something called money, because then you could do things that are fun and freeing, and of course paying the bills and doing all that stuff. But then you can go to the islands. You could do the vacation, the thing you've always dreamed of. But power's in the follow-up. Guys, I'm going to roll 29 minutes, a little under a half hour. I got to get this up on Facebook. Thanks so much for the likes. So, Bill, Ryan, thanks so much. Gareth, thanks so much. Zahid, Renard, you guys rock. Animesh, really appreciate the love. Gonna roll now. Call to action. Stop by. Blogging from Paris. Ooh, I just spit. Sorry, guys. .com. I'm gonna sign up for my email list. make your blogging dreams come true, get the profits, to kind of learn how to build a successful blog from the inside out. If you like this energy, you got it on my blog. You got funny stories. You have humorous stories. You have my coaching. These are premium services too. So you have the free stuff, and you have stuff where it's you exchange just an energy called money for it, which is cool too. And that's also an abundant access. Stop by bloggingparadise.com. Oh, and by the way, you can find this ebook on Amazon. How my wildest travel experiences can help you become a successful blogger. And yes, that's me in Koh Lanta, Thailand, when my V-taper is a little tighter, although it's pretty good now. And I had the cue ball head, and Kelly took the picture as I was on the back deck. We lived in this place for a month, watching the sunrise in beautiful Thailand. Guys, that's it for today. Thank you so much for the love. Chats, you know you'll see me soon. And until next time, you know what to do. Enjoy paradise. Thanks, guys.